bought for £70,000, 33k refib, so full refib, end value about 135. Let's show you guys around. So you'll notice straight away it's very hobble and dated in here. You've got all the wallpaper on the walls, which we're going to rip off. We've got all the flooring ripped up. It's a 3-bed property that's terraced in South Wales, and this one's, like I said, a full renovation. So we've ripped off all the wallpaper. The plan is with it is to pretty much replace everything. So take the wallpaper off, plaster, paint it. Electrics, put a full rewire in. The central heating we're going to go through separately as well. Kitchen's in there, bathrooms down there. Let's show you the full project. So in here, for example, in the front, the windows are actually good already. So we're actually happy with that. Good design. Plastic PVC is good for the EPC as well. So we're very happy with that for energy efficiency. We ripped the wallpaper off, ripped the fireplace out, and we're going to box in the gas meter. So what we're going to do is box this in, ripped all this off. We're going to plaster it, paint it, etc. If you want to see an example of what this looks like post refurb, check out our other videos on the channel where you'll see the examples of what this is going to look like on the back end. But essentially, it's ripping everything out, replacing it all, make it brand new. This we're going to box this in, so you can have this as a brand full new complete bedroom. Oh, sorry, full new room, whatever. Going to box this. This is where the kitchen was. We've ripped out. So literally, if you imagine this, we've ripped all the units out. We're going to change the flooring. We've got all the electric meters already in here, everything we need. But the electric supplies can be installed. We've got a radiator in as well. Windows, good condition. Plastic PVC again, really happy with that. But essentially, we're going to put new flooring in here, new kitchen entirely, new electrics, LED lighting. We're going to plaster all this. So take all this wallpaper, all this Artex off. We're going to plaster it. Take these little, little bits off. In here, we're going to have a smoke alarm, just for compliance from a letting point of view. The clients are from Dubai, so they want a full end-to-end service with this, where we found a property, we do the refurb, we get it rented out, and we actually get it refinanced for them. So we need to make sure that post-refurb, the whole project is fully compliant. So we need hardwired smoke alarms, CO alarms, and heat alarms wherever needed. But we deal with that. They just sit back and watch, basically. So let's show you the cozy little bathroom as well. This is one of the most awkward bits about the property for me, because it's a good sized property, 3-bed. However, we're going to keep the window because it's kind of, it's good lighting that's needed. We'll put LED lighting in, for example. However, we're debating now if we put a bathtub in here or a shower in here, because of the obvious size issue. It's a good enough size for a bathroom, but it's just this wall here. Do we make it a bathtub or make it a standing shower? Either way works, but when we do these projects, we factor in the tenant. So if you're going to have a tenant come in here and they got a family, if they got young kids, do they want a bathtub or a shower? Little things like that. Factor in the exit before you do an actual refurb, just to make sure you're all good. But then again, that's our job to make sure that's all good for the investors. So, going upstairs, again, we're going to do the flooring. We're going to make sure there's a few little loose bits here and there, floorboards, etc. But we're going to get all that sorted out and secured. Brand new electrics, sort out the LED lighting. We'll put a smoke alarm installed up here that's hardwired. As you can see, it's almost going back to brick at this rate, but it's not quite that far. But again, we've ripped off all the wallpaper. We started the rip out probably around about a week ago. So the first week of any refurb on these is just pure rip out. Get all the wallpaper off. Windows, again, very happy you don't have to touch them because they're very expensive to change, but we don't need to. Let me know if you're all safe, camerawoman. Get it fall through the floor. So we're going to secure the flooring. But literally, so make sure the floorboards are good, just for safety. Brand new LED lighting is going to be on the back end. Obviously, all this is going to be sorted out as well. Get plastered and painted, etc. One thing I really like about it that really stands out to me is the size of the rooms. Come in here, it's safer. But it's the size of the room. So literally, obviously double room, potentially single room. So 3 really good sizes. It's almost 3 double rooms, but not quite. But the main thing is the windows are good condition. We're gonna get the floorboards secured. The radiators are probably paint them. We'll put TRVs on them, but they're actually good already. The pipe works good. The boilers in here. So most of our properties in South Wales have combi boilers for central heating. So Worcester is a really good brand. So really happy with that, and we're going to keep that. You don't have to change things if you don't need to. Like boilers, they can be thousands. So we have to make sure that if we're factoring the refurb, you don't change things for the sake of doing them. Your boiler's the same. Don't do them for the sake of doing it. However, if you're doubting it, probably change it because it can be longevity in mind. So anyway, flooring we're going to get changed. I'll do a refurb video on this one probably in about 4 to 6 weeks, where you'll see how much this has all grown by then and changed. But again, paints the radiators, flooring, plastering, painting, get rid of all the Artex, happy days. The really boringly good thing about bedrooms is they're all kind of similar. Make sure they're good enough size. You're going to be plastering, painting, taking all this stuff off that the build team's already hacked off, which is good. The whole point of them doing all this stuff is to make sure structurally it's all sound, to make sure there's nothing on the back end that's going to be an issue. There's no point in plastering on top of this if it's unsafe, if it's loose or whatever. So he's just making sure it's all good. Obviously he's ripped off all the electrics, so it says a lot about those. But every bedroom is kind of similar and the same. We're going to have LED lighting, plastering, painting, and yada. So it's very, very similar. Order being to that room. So essentially, in terms of numbers, bought for £70,000, refurbs about 33k. So the investor expects the invoice to be about 135. So in essence, this is probably the most standard buy, renovate, refinance model property we can find, just from a simplistic point of view. Clients are from London. They got about 150k to invest. They want to build a portfolio. They've reached out to us probably about a year ago. We found a property with equity, this property which needs a lot of work. We're obviously going to renovate it for them, refinance and let it out. We have the team. They do this remotely. The whole thing is done by WhatsApp, and the good thing is that they can recycle the capital to buy, renovate, and then refinance to pull the money back out on the back end. However, the return on investment for this one's over 20%, because if you start with 150k, you put your money in to get your money out, get about 135 back out upon refinance, and you get about 4 to 5k annual cash flow once it's tenanted. That's why people buy these properties. So if you want to build a portfolio of properties like this, give me a message and we'll do it for you.